All right, mother cluckers, we're doing a little something that I just threw out in the ether. We're gonna do a little bit of criminal corner.
Criminal corner.
You said murder corner.
Well, it's murder.
Well, I was ready with an M.
Oh shit. Well, wait. What would it be like? Murder
mysteries?
Murder. It's not a mystery because I know who this bitch is.
Murder of murder.
I hate this bitch.
Murder?
Murder motherfuckers? No, that makes him sound cool. I don't like.
Murder!
Let us know in the comments what is it? Murder what?
Boss, do we not like the victim or the murderer?
The murderer.
Okay.
Fuck this bitch.
I tend to not like murderers.
Yeah, I mean.
But what if it was like a good revenge?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's an exception.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story straight up off the dome about this bitch that I absolutely hate that nobody talks about. This happened around like 2010. I haven't heard anything about it in the media. Have you guys heard of Amy Bishop?
No, but if you hate her,
familiar.
I hate her too.
All right, I'm gonna get you a
name.
little visual here about.
I don't recognize that face.
Oh, she doesn't look like a victim.
Yeah, no, she looked like a stone cold bitch, huh? And like
She
not
looks
even
like an SNL character.
She looks like her mom might have abused her though, like the way she has her hair cut like a little girl. Maybe she.
Dude, she looks like Charlize Theron. I'll be playing her in like 3 years.
Man, dude, this story makes me so fucking mad.
Why are you so mad?
I don't know why. I hate her.
You do know why. Tell us.
All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of backstory on Amy Bishop. Amy Bishop was a neuroscience major, and she trained at Harvard, and she kind of let it go to her head. That was her claim to fame.
Harvard's big.
I went to Harvard. She would say this shit all the time, and she was like, "I'm Dr. Amy Bishop."
More like Amy, more like your Dr. Amy Bishop. You know what I mean?
Bishop. So one of the like most cornerstone things of Amy before this murder that we're gonna talk about was an incident that happened at an IHOP. Amy Bishop walks in one day with her kids and her husband. They've strolled into IHOP and they say, "We'd like a table for 4 and I need a booster seat." Lady at IHOP tells her, "Ma'am, it's a Saturday. All the booster seats are taken." So Amy, just scanning the restaurant, sees a table where there's a kid sitting in a booster seat. And she walks right up to that mom with the kid sitting in the seat. Have you heard this shit?
Yes, now I remember.
Dude, she walks right up to the mom and she's like, "I need that booster seat." And this mom is like, her name is Michelle. Michelle is like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck? Who is this?" And she's like, "No, my child is sitting in this booster seat. I'm here. I'm here for it." And Amy literally says to her, people heard her yelling this at the IHOP. She said, "I'm Dr. Amy Bishop," and punched her in the face. Oh. She just straight up decked Michelle in the face, and Michelle is like,
That's some Rick James bitch shit right there.
I mean, think about the ego on this person to just punch somebody in the face over this bush.
Why does she need the booster seat this bad?
Did she get kicked out of this IHOP? She was coming in for a table.
Because she's a Harvard
Have
doctor.
a child with her?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she started a whole thing.
She needed it for her because she's a shorty?
She needed it for her kid. She needed it for her kid. And she had come in and they didn't have any booster
I hope
seats.
a bar fight happened from this. Like she got punched, another punch.
Right?
Nah, Michelle was like, "What the fuck?" So everyone in IHOP is like, holy shit. And Amy and her husband are like, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
Like, and I take from this, her husband's a little bitch too, okay?
Yeah, he is.
So they dip out and somebody gets the license plate and they didn't even like call the cops on her in the store. She left for them. They probably went and had brunch. That's a normal day for Amy Bishop. Just punching people in the fucking face.
Punching a mother.
Do you think the husband that wanted to leave was like, "Boy, you'd think this place was a Waffle House, huh?"
He's like, "Well, they should have known better, honey." So that's just kind of one story about Amy. But Amy got to get like a kind of a reputation because back in early like 2010, this is around the time that like classroom review websites were up, and Amy had horrible reviews.
Oh, no.
She was a shitty teacher, and when the students would ask her questions, and sometimes they would question her teaching because they'd be like, "You taught us this and this wasn't right," and she would be like, "I went to Harvard. I am Dr. Amy Bishop."
Where was she teaching at?
This is in Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh.
So it's like, "Hey, solve the quadratic equation of this, and then she gives a multiple choice test, and it says 2,153, 1,155, Dr. Amy Bishop.
Yeah, basically, she would straight up tell people, I studied at Harvard," and that was her thing. She would tell it to all of her colleagues, all of her students.
I
everyone
studied at
knew.
Harvard.
Yes,
That's her brand.
Harvard. That is
Her PR was just.
That's what makes her official.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm smart if you didn't know.
Yeah.
I know more than you.
The smartest woman in the room.
Yep.
So, because of this, everyone was like, "I don't fucking like Amy.
Yeah.
She's kind of a bitch, isn't she?" So they didn't renew her, I think it's tenure for the next year? Or
bitch up.
Wait,
Sorry.
Wow, you really went far back to get that
They
one.
didn't renew her. There's a word for it. I forgot. She was denied tenure.
Denied tenure.
Denied tenure for the next year.
Good.
But she's from Harvard. How could they?
Exactly.
Did they know that she was Dr. Amy Bishop?
I'm not sure that they knew, you know?
She should have told them.
She should do a TED Talk about how she's Dr. Amy Bishop.
There also was a rumor going around, this wasn't confirmed, that prior to this, Amy Bishop worked in a lab and she was fired. And for some reason, the guy that fired her, her boss, got a pipe bomb in the mail just a week later. But can't confirm that was it. Can't confirm.
Did it work?
No. The pipe bomb says Dr. Amy Bishop.
Made
The
by-
bomb says
made by-
Harvard.
It probably blows up and says Amy Bishop, bitch.
The pipe bomb didn't work, so how Harvard is she?
Yeah, exactly. Dumb bitch. So yeah, so that's just but I don't know if that was Amy. Don't know. Just a week later, but who knows? So Amy doesn't like to get fired. And so when she was denied tenure, this was not good. But they let her finish out the semester and she was not to be there the next year. So towards the end of the year, there is a faculty staff meeting, and it's for the 2011 year or whatever the next semester is that she's not included in. And Amy shows up at the meeting.
Uh-oh.
And everyone in the room is like,
Why?
what the fuck is she doing here? She's not supposed to be here for the next semester. And this is the part I really, really, obviously, of course, I don't like. But so there were a total of 7 people in the room, including Amy. And they go through all the motions, they do all the stuff, and everyone's really uncomfortable because
Why did they tell her to get the fuck out of there?
because people just, I think people might have been a little
She
afraid
seemed
of
a
her.
little crazy.
She seemed a little crazy, so they were like,
You call the cops.
you know, just fucking.
I would be clenching my gun at this point.
Dude, everyone's
I'll be like, just ready.
Please use that
I feel
gun.
like she's gonna be a mass shooter.
Yo, she's
Don't make me get you all wet, bitch.
Yeah.
She's in the room and they're just going through the stuff and every single item on the agenda is for the next semester and they're like, did she not know? You know, but they just kind of let it go and she never says anything at all until Amy gets up and pulls out a pistol and walks around the room and execution style starts shooting people in the back of the head.
I knew it. That's why I was clenching my freaking water
it
gun.
Sounded like it was leading there.
Yeah, this was the Alabama Huntsville faculty shooting.
Oh,
so she
fuck.
literally it makes me cry because I hate this shit.
Did she kill all of them?
Well, they're all locked in a room in there. The room is locked. And
Room is
so-
locked.
Yeah.
Why is it locked?
She locked her bar.
It's just fucking locked. And so everyone is trapped in this room and they're sitting there and she immediately gets up and she shoots 2 people execution style right in the back of the head. And then she gets up and everyone's running away and shit. She gets up, shoots another dude 2 times. He's down. And then she points her gun at a woman named Deborah and the gun clicks. And Deborah's like, oh shit. Deborah is.
They can't open the door?
Deborah gotta make a decision. Deborah fucking bum rushes this bitch. Yeah, Deborah. Deborah bum rushes this bitch and tackles her. The rest of the faculty comes in, they subdue her, and then she's just fucking down. And they subdue her and they get out of the room. So Amy's actually free at this point. She's still got the gun, bullets, who fucking knows, but everyone's like, get the fuck out of this school.
They didn't knock
You gotta kill the
They need to
monster.
beat the shit out of her.
I would have fucking beat her to
Taking
death.
that gun and just bop, bop,
Yeah.
It's been bow, 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 bow. Out of fear.
That's like knocking Freddy Krueger down and being like, let's get the fuck out of here. We tripped him. He fell.
These people, God, I think the reason it makes me really emotional is I cannot imagine being in that room. It fucks me up. So they run out, and Amy gets up, dusts herself off, goes into the bathroom, takes a couple paper towels out, she washes her hands, takes a couple paper towels out of the trash can, puts the gun in the trash can, puts the paper towels on top, calls her husband, asks where they're going to dinner after she just murdered 3 people, and then tries to walk out of the school. The police are there, they're ready to apprehend her, and she's like, what's going on?
I'm Dr. Amy Bishop.
I'm Amy. Do you know who I am? I'm Amy Bishop. And literally verbatim, the press picked this up when they had her handcuffed. They were like, "Did you just kill these 3 people?" And she said, "No, I didn't. They didn't die. Everything's fine. I didn't do that. I never did that. That didn't happen." And she denied it for several years. She just said that it never happened. She went to trial. She went to jail. Obviously, I don't know if she got life imprisonment or if she got the death penalty. But it actually, I want to say in 2016, she apologized for the first time for what she did.
Damn.
I hate this bitch. God,
That's an inflated ego.
You think that she had a parent that was like, no matter who doesn't believe in you, you stand up and you do what you want and you tell them, I'm Amy Bishop.
Yeah, you can't be like, I mean, blinded, like
You're Rick fucking Dalton.
you're Rick.
This shit, you know what I mean?
Dude, but yeah.
She went to Harvard though.
She did. She went to Harvard and just let it go. Oh my god! And I totally forgot there was another piece of it too. Oh my god! Okay, so this is like the kind of the tail end of it. So they go back way into her history. And when Amy was like very young, when she was 16 or so, her brother got really good grades. She didn't like that. She was supposed to be the star. And there was one day where her brother came home, and I believe he was accepted into a college or some kind of special program. And so Amy went into her dad's bedroom, grabbed a shotgun, and shot her brother. And then took the car keys and drove down to the neighbor's house. And because the sheriff had a relationship with the family, and the mom was like, this is an accident. I swear this was an accident. Blah, blah, blah. It was totally an accident. They let her off. And so she literally killed her brother. He wasn't wounded.
he
he
was
died.
dead.
Yeah, she murdered her brother.
Jesus,
That was
he died?
confirmed. Yeah, and tried to kill her ex-boss with a pipe bomb, and then murdered 3 people inside of a faculty room.
So what about all the murders that she never got caught for?
Oh, that's fucking
Exactly.
true.
The cats she strangled while saying, I'm Dr. Amy Bishop.
And she punched a girl in an IHOP.
Yeah, how many other violent incidents has she had? Her husband's deadly afraid.
Yeah.
Oh, he was on her side.
Why not?
Probably because he thought he was gonna
He's a
fucking
minion.
die.
Yeah. If she's ever let out and he testified against her,
So even the entire time when she was in jail and everything, he was like, I'm standing by her.
believe
She
her.
didn't do it.
I'm an Amy fan.
Visiting her.
I think
He's crazy,
I think the moral of this story is that IHOP should have way more booster seats.
If they only had booster seats, none of this would have happened.
it's a problem in
That was
our
the catalyst.
It drove a woman to madness.
Yeah.
Or tell people at Harvard, like, hey, good job on the degree, but just, keep a level head on everything.
No, it's the booster thing. It's the booster
I
thing.
just really
don't
think that it has more to do with that.
Yeah.
Fuck.